today for spontaneous inspirational talk. I have Dr. Nancy Gahles with me. And Dr. Nancy, I would give you a topic, how to deal with negative emotions.
Well, the first thing I would like to say, Kavitha, and thank you very much for inviting me to do this little segment. Negative emotions happen because of our perception of a situation. That is all. It is our perception. It can be a delusion, it can be an illusion, or it can be inspirational, but mostly negative emotions are tagged. We name it negative because we take it personally. So we feel something. We already have a narrative set up for that emotion to fit into. It's like going into your library and you go across the row of books. You say, oh yeah, that one is exactly right. It fits this perfectly. This is the story of this feeling. And I know that feeling because I've had it before. It relates to some type of trauma or woundedness I've had in the past. And so I call it and I name it this: anger, low self-esteem, righteous indignation, any one of these type of rubrics, as we would call it, we tag that emotion. And then it's negative. And then we say, see, I'm justified in feeling that way because I've had it before. And you start the whole story. And that story is very comfortable because it's an old story. So the way in which to change the narrative and not be affected by a negative emotion, if the negative emotion is affecting you, then you have to change the narrative. You have to look at that and say, this is very impersonal. I'm not going to take this personally. It's very impersonal. I'm looking at it with equanimity. I'm saying, oh, that happened. That's interesting. And I feel it here in my body. And I feel it here in my mind. And that's interesting. I've felt that feeling before. Do I want to carry that with me now? Do I want to imprint it again, like a rubber stamp again, into my heart and soul, into whatever body organ I'm feeling it in? Or as the Buddha said, it's the second arrow. I get hit with the arrow. I pull the arrow out. I pick up the arrow. I put it back in again and keep stabbing myself with it. Do I want to do that? As I say in my book, is it a deposit in my health account or a withdrawal? Do I want to invest in that emotion? Is it going to add to my bottom line of health and happiness and well-being, feeling that feeling? However justified I feel about it. It's an old pattern. Do I want to change that pattern? Operate on a higher frequency, a frequency that brings me joy, my birthright, happiness, harmony? Do I want to be there? If I want to be there, I have to look at that emotion as impersonal. That happened. Oh, interesting. Name it and reframe it. Another of my favorite sayings. Name the emotion and reframe it. Either get rid of it, pull it out, pluck it out like a weed out of your being, never to be recognized again, and throw it away on the side of the road. That's it. Burn it. That's it. And put another thing in there, another emotion. You can also do comparatives. You could think, well, what would be the opposite of that emotion? If I felt wounded, what would make me feel happy? And then imagine. You said something before about co-creation, and that is what we do when we imagine our destiny, our life, our plan. We're co-creating with the universe, with the divine. The divine doesn't recognize those negative emotions. It doesn't fit in that frequency. It actually doesn't live there. It's impossible for it to be there. So if you stay in that light, you can't even recognize that anymore. It doesn't even ring true. Truth, as you said before, is what rings. We're hardwired for the truth. So if that feeling feels negative to you, it's not the truth. Therefore, it's an illusion, it's a delusion. And therefore, we unravel it, just unravel it. How did I get there? What's it all about? Usually, it's the same pattern over and over again. And you know it, you recognize at some point you have to let it go. If you want to be at peace, you just say, I'm not doing that anymore. Is it a deposit in my account or a withdrawal? Do I want to invest in that? And we just let it go. It takes practice. You can hold it one hand like a wounded bird and let it fly away. You can do many imageries with that feeling, but don't give it authenticity, and don't buy into a bad company because you're going to lose all your money. So it's not a good investment. You don't want to do it. You'll go bankrupt. You have to start all over again, building up like the three little pigs. The house is blown down. You got to build it all over again. So you might as well just recognize what's the truth and just let it go. That's what I would say.
Thank you, Nancy. It is wonderful. And I'm so happy that spontaneously I gave you and you are able to make it. Yes, Dr. Nancy, as you said, Gautam Buddhas, we have a choice. Whatever the thing outside people throw at us, we have a choice to take it or not. If it is appreciation and good for health, we will take it. If it is not good for health, it is toxic, we have a choice. Don't take it, and it goes to them.
That's it. We have choice. That's exactly right. And choice is the foundation of co-creation. We co-create with the divine, with the universe, and we have choice what we want to put in our basket, what we don't. So if we want to keep on that level of love and light and the law of the universe, then we don't buy into the negativity. It's not easy. We're human. We have things, we've suffered. But the recognition of that and the practice of recognizing and becoming aware and then taking it out and reframing it, that's the stuff of life. That's what makes us human, right? And divine.
Thank you so much, Nancy. You have given so much information, and really that is refreshes our soul. And thank you once again. You liked our book, A Dose of Spirituality with Kavitha. It is now totally into the spirituality stage, or accepting the everyone for who they are, and it just that way also we can make ourselves healthy and happy. So
Right. That's a beautiful way to put it, except for who they are. You can't be someone else. You couldn't be someone else if you tried. It's impossible. You can only be you. So celebrate your own uniqueness, self-esteem, love who you are, and all of your individuality. No one else can be you either. It doesn't need to measure up to somebody else or be like them or hope they approve of you or any of that. That's all delusion. The happy joyousness is, wow, this is me. There's only one me. And here I am, Lord. And, whatever, I'm going to make the best of my life for my good and the good of everyone involved. So we're all in this together. We're all one whole. And there's only one you. So be it.
wonderful. And Dr. Nancy just got our book, and she will be reviewing and let us know the feedback. And thank you so much for being our speaker and on the Inspirational Talk. We will see you again, Dr. Nancy, at our Inspirational
And
Talks.
thank you, Kavitha, for everything you do for the world, actually. And your vibrational frequency is felt throughout the whole net. Indira's net, right? The whole net is grateful to you.
Thank you so much, and wishing in advance Happy Mother's Day.
Same to you. Same to you. Thank you, honey.